allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have a call out here. Roll call, Tom McKee,
Here.
Marcus Swan,
Present.
Lynn Hill, here, Barry Richardson, Dale Brooks,
Okay,
Chris Mark. Okay, very good. And Maureen Beach. Maureen Beach. Thank you.
complete pages are from last year.
It's on? Okay. Turn your mic on, please. I just got a message here that says that they can't hear
Sorry.
town board members, so the mics, I forgot to turn them on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for that comment.
So, 2 of these 3 pages are from last year. And so I'm just wondering budgetarily, and if we didn't include this in our budget, and we should have been given the heads up, or also, I don't know, I mean, some of these things like coming to meeting, I'm confused as to some of these costs, why we need them.
Well, if we have consultants that are doing work for us, if we can submit it under the state for intervenor funding, we do so. If we can get funding from someone who is putting in an application, whether it's Apex or Orleans Solar or Baird, then we'll go after them for funding to help support our consultants. If we can't go either place, then it's coming out of our pockets.
But some of this stuff is for 94C stuff. Some
Is
of
it prior to
for-
94C?
Yes, it
Okay.
is. But have we submitted our application for the 94C funding?
That is, oh God, what's the date on that?
I don't know. I know that it was, it's coming up, but I haven't been able to.
I don't remember when it's coming up. I know that Dwight had put together the package and everything, and I do believe he did submit it, yes.
Okay, could we look at that? Could we see? Like, I just feel like there's a huge lack of communication with the entire town board in regards to this and other things. I would really appreciate, I'm looking through some of these bills, and there's emails about sound, there's emails about discussions about different things. And I feel like we should, even if we don't look at it, at least we could have it. And, if we don't take the time to look at it, then it's on us. But if we never receive it, then.
Okay. Then I'll fall on the sword for that one.
I mean, it's a lot of money, and we didn't budget appropriately, that we didn't have in the budget.
Okay. Anything else with the bills? Okay, do I hear a motion to accept the bills then?
I'll move that we accept the bills.
A second?
Yes. Go ahead. Whoever.
Margaret seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm gonna abstain.
Okay, and Carrie Richardson abstained from passing bills. Okay, so carried. Moving on. Minutes. Everybody have a chance to look the minutes over? Any questions? Okay, do I hear a motion to accept the minutes as is? Margaret makes a motion, second.
Lynn?
Lynn makes a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, I have down, first thing under new business is line transfer. As I said before, we had monies that came in from Apex to pay consultants. They're put into one line. We did some payments against that money. It's in another line. So it looks like we have a deficit here. We have a positive here. So Lee's got this as well as 2 other issues having to do with the budget that she's going to describe to everybody right now, or explain, I should say.
If you look in your statement of activity, the financial reports that come out, the money from Apex and AES solar project has gone into AA 2770.000.000, then.
Sorry, can you hold on just a second? I just want to be on the same page and I don't have that pulled up quite yet. So just give me just a second. I'll get that.
Very first page, statement of activities.
There it is. Okay. I'm there.
Okay, 2770.0.
770.000.
Yep.
That is where the money from Heritage Wind and AES that we received for expenditure went into that line. Now to move it from that line needs to go to AA 8030.40000. And that will give us a little bit of a balance there, that's right, we have money to be able to spend. So it's not a negative balance there too.
Okay.
Did Shelby give you the due to, or, you know, the line item?
She told us to do it. I'll give it to you. the information.
Okay.
So, so by, so this was revenue that we did not have budgeted,
Correct. Is it
That-
money that came in to take care of,
that specific,
yeah,
Things.
those specific things?
so we are transferring it specifically to the expenditure for what it is expending.
Right.
Okay.
The other issue that I probably should have caught last month and I did not, under AA 1220.102000 is the deputy supervisor, supervisor's deputy. My pay from last year ended up in that line.
Right.
That has now been fixed to be moved to AA 1220.103.
Right, okay.
We will, we kind of have a negative balance on that because it was last year's income, it was paid to me, and, but it was paid in 21. It will get fixed at the end of the year, being taken out of this year's budget. And it is the same thing for AA 8010.103 and AA 8020.103 is money that I received for planning and coding for last year. But it was paid in this year.
Give me those two lines again.
Right there.
I-
8010
Mhm.
and AA 8020.
All right. AA 8010, I have three of them. So is it the 103?
103,
And both of them
I
were three.
wrote it down as 103.
Okay, got it.
So you're still gonna see that as a negative amount till the end of the year, but then it'll get fixed up. But you will see the correct line for the 1220, 103 instead of 102.
Okay. Are you putting this in a form of resolution?
The only, I just want her to point out at this time about those with the negative, the deficit in
Mhm.
those areas. What I do want is a resolution for the line transfer for the funds from revenue 2770.000 over to
Unclassified?
unclassified,
Yep, got it.
specified.
So that's due from,
That's from that to line what is it, AA
8030.
8030.400.
Research,
Yes.
8030, 400.
400, yes,
That's the due to.
yes.
Okay. And the amount?
What was the amount? Lee, do you remember?
34,000.
$34,151.02.
Repeat.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Repeat.
$34,451.02.
Okay.
In other words, the full amount.
Yep, okay.
So in the future, if we get funds like that, at the time that they come in, can we just go ahead and immediately, if they're, appropriated for research and stuff, can we make that resolution at the same time? Because it has to show up as a revenue, I'm assuming, and then we would have to, every time we'll have to transfer it from the revenue because it's not necessarily a budgeted
Right.
item.
Okay, for this tonight, we are taking from 2770 unclassified, 34,451.02, and we are taking it and putting it in research, 8030.400.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so resolution for that, please.
I'll make the resolution and transfer the funds.
Tom made the resolution, second.
I'll second it.
Lynn seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so carried. I have received from the ZBA, Zoning Board of Appeals, a recommendation for them. They would like to recommend a new member to the zoning board, being Jeremy DiMatteo, to be appointed to the.
DiMatteo.
DiMatteo? I am so sorry, Jeremy, especially if you're listening in. Be appointed to the open position on the Zoning Board of Appeals. They had their resolution and they adopted it 5-0. So just want to make recognition and support their recommendation for Jeremy to be appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals. Okay. The other thing,
Well, wait, so are you appointing him?
I am appointing him,
So
yes.
don't we need to do it by resolution?
Do we do resolutions for appointments?
Yeah. You're changing it. That's what we did at the beginning of the year. That's what you do at organizational.
Okay, resolution to appoint Jeremy DiMatteo,
You
DiMatteo.
make the motion.
Tom made the motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, then, I would also like a formal resolution. Motion for a resolution. To appoint Steve Koval, who is a ZBA member presently, as co-star, jeez, it's been a long day. Co-chair of the ZBA. He'll be working with Luann Tierney as the other chairperson, just like that we have with our planning committee as well, the planning board. So I would like a resolution to appoint Steve Koval as the co-chair for the ZBA. Margaret makes the resolution.
I'll second it.
The motion. Tom seconds it. All in favor?
I have a quick question.
Go
So
ahead.
is, how does that, did, Luann request to have a co-chair? Did Steve, I'm just curious as to how that.
Her and Steve, from what I understand, the two of them discussed it. Steve expressed interest. So Luann contacted me and asked if we could please recognize that.
All right, and chairs are normally appointed and not that I haven't sat through any of them.
How they handle it in their board meetings, I don't know. All I know is what they sent to me.
So does the rest of did the rest of the board know that that was an open position?
Well, it was never a position before. There was always just a singular person.
Right,
So did they discuss it and everything?
Last meeting, I think they discussed it. Forwarded to us.
okay. I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure that everyone on the board, on the zoning board of appeals was aware of that opening and
Okay.
that was that they did all agree on it. If they did, I'm completely fine with it. I just wanted to make sure
Okay.
that's how it happened.
So going back to the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed? So carried. Thank you. Okay, solar law changes. You have received, the planning board sent you one. They sent it, I don't know if they sent it to everybody or just sent it to me and I forwarded it. I hope I informed everybody of it, that they were planning on their March 8th about some changes. Then you just received another new one that Lee had just sent out, dated March 8th, which was their resolution, and it has all the changes on it, which is better than, more informative, more grammatically correct than the prior one. So take a look at those. What I'm bringing it up for is for you to take a look at those possible. These are the changes they have recommended to the town board. For us to have a change in the law, we have to have a public hearing. What I'm looking at is that we would, because we have to notify, it is a town-wide, we have to notify the municipalities all around us as well as the town constituents. So I am looking at that first full week in April, possibly having the public hearing. And I was thinking, this is just me thinking, we have a workshop on April 5th, that Monday, first Monday of the month. And what your general feeling is to have the public hearing and our workshop on the same night. Kill two birds with one stone right then.
This is Lance. Just remember, we have to give these other municipalities at least 10 days notice of, the public hearing. So if you have it on April 5th and today's already March 10th, I guess you'd probably be okay for that.
Well, if we don't have it on the 5th, we could go the following week. We have a board meeting on the 14th. We could have a public hearing 1 hour prior to our board meeting on the 14th.
Is that the formal submission of the new law to the board members?
Yes.
Okay.
You get a copy?
No, I did not. That's nothing new. But I'm just, so the board members have
You
it.
had a chance to read through this and
I don't think you heard it.
Lance?
Yes, I have.
Okay. 'Cause I know that they spent a lot of time Monday night on it, going over and changing it. I didn't know how
Now,
much
some of this
time.
stuff was, I hate to use the term plagiarized, but for lack of a better word, from, I believe it was the town of Shelby. And there were some things that I saw that I thought should be inserted into our law, and then there were some other technical corrections as well.
Right. That's what they went over and spent a lot of time on Monday night.
So, and all board members have a copy. 'Cause that
They
should be in
received
the
it
minutes.
electronically. I also,
You all have it. Okay,
Is this what we're saying, like, cause I have questions, there's things that I have questions on that I'm not really comfortable with or would like to know the reasoning behind it. Like, for example, with exception of setbacks. Why that's being added or inserted.
Well, we were talking about two contiguous parcels. So if there are two parcels that are involved in the project and they butt up against each other, so there's no requirement for a setback between one property and the other. That's what that means.
So if I had